Okay. Wow! Nice going! Thank you! Um... Yes! This is... I'm sorry. Huh? No. Hmm. Um... Um...
All right. back.
Oh. Thank you very much. Actually... Oh. Mm-hmm.
All right.
I look forward to it. I'll start. Until next time.
Hello?
You have your...
This is it.
Nice going! Hey! Thank you! Thank you! Yes! To be honest... you.
All right.
Now, shall we return home?
Ah, you're back. Hey. Yeah. Huh? Hey. Shit. Hey. Hey. Ha. Shit. Yo. Oh? Yo. Appreciate it.
All right.
Let's go. Whoa!
Hey. Yo. Yep. Hey, listen. Thanks.
All right.
Can I really do this? Squeeze me!
Ah, you're back.
Good evening. I look forward to it. Hey!
This is it.
Hey! What would you like? Thank you. What would you like? Here.
Not like that. It's okay, though. Just aim for the arm your enemy's That's... I've got nothing left to teach you. You're an elite player now. It's because you were actually... Have you noticed that my playing style has changed? I wonder if it's because... Hey, they should be arrived. Oh, here. So what did you want? I'm sorry. I finally... Please forgive me. I'll understand. I promise I'll pay back the money as soon as I say... Whoa. That's all I wanted to say. Thanks for coming. Let's go.
Wait! I'm not very good at Gunabout. Will you teach me how to get better?
Huh?
Sorry, kids. I don't mean to interrupt.
Hey!
It's been a while, hasn't it, kid? You want to play a game? I haven't faced any worthy opponents lately.
I've gotten better since we last played, you know. Now I can... I'm gonna blast right through that pitch black armor of yours.
So then, You believe the rumor that's being told about me, eh? Well, a full What the hell?
Don't aim for that. And that!
Yeah, this is BS!
Whoa, the champ can't even get off.
Takekuma's about to lose! The king's going to win! What? I lost?
Stop using that arm. It's unacceptable to break the rules just to win. And if you don't stop, I'll tell everyone.
No! I just can't!
No, it won't. Your life will go on even after you lose. But if you don't change now, then it might really be the end for you. And then I don't want you to go through that.
Well said. I'm not...
That was totally insane.
The king's the new champ!
No. Besides, it's thanks to you guys that Everyone's gone home. We should get going, too. I'm so happy right now. Yeah. I've always thought that winning was the coolest thing. But being nice is pretty cool, too. Losing wasn't the end. It was just a new beginning. Through all the pain, and with your help, I was able to change. Now it's my turn to help others. My mom, my friends, even people I don't know. I wonder, will that help me become a member of the Phantom Thieves? That's why I'm asking you. Don't worry, I won't tell anyone. Well, this is the last. There's nothing left to teach you. And the Phantom Thieves seem to be having a rough time. Thank you for hanging out with a lonely kid like myself. I'll continue to do my best. Okay. Good luck.
I am thou. Thy bond shall become. Thou hast awakened to the ultimate secret of the...
All right. All right.
This is my ultimate move! You've gotten really good, but you'll still never be able to beat me. You what? I'll be support. Later.
Ah, you're back.
Hey!
Make sure your clothes up.
Now everyone.
Hey. What would you like? Thank you. What would you like? Here. Thank you. Thank you. To be honest, but huh? And
All right.
that's...
Bye.
Ah, you're back.
Hey!
Make sure you close up.
What? Hiya!
By the way,
This is it.
Hey!
Hello. Thank you. Thank you. You see... Why? I'm sorry. Now. All right. Sorry. All right. Well, see you.
back.
Good evening. I see.
What shall we do? Here we go. What do you think?
I'll just add this.
Good evening. I see.
Hey, inmate!
You
Justine, these are the paths you have walked. You'll withdraw this percent accept such rude. Done already? What? No slacking off!
I should write something.
Good evening. Thank you. Yes. All right.
All right.
Let's go home. Hey. Well then.
Is the flu going around?
Prevention is key. What shall we do? Here we go. What do you think?
There's potential. Stop poking me.
What do you want?
I don't even want to think about the Phantom Thieves.
Go! All right! Hey, listen! All right!
All right.
Bye now!
Ah, you're back.
Well then.
You better not give that shit to my customers. Actually...
Thanks again for last time. I learned a lot about myself. So, I just wanted to show my appreciation.
Intruding in on another private family moment.
You're still... I mean, it was quite a shock. So who cares?
Whoa there, kiddo.
If you had just told me all of this sooner...
Who your parents are, and where you come from. It's thanks to my loser parents, I got...
My father isn't a loser, though. He's a brilliant business owner.
Shut up. I know that. So in the end, I was just fighting my own demons. Stuck in my crappy childhood and all the problems I had growing up. My view of Kalru was all distorted because of my rotten childhood memories.
I forgive you.
Wow.
Why did you help? He told me you gathered info about you willingly got involved in a Yakuza I'd understand if you were a member of the Phantom Thief. Fighting for the underdog. People have their own opinions, but I mean, the sexual harassment incident?
You gotta go, Kaoru. Aren't you in charge of dinner tonight?
Oh, crap! Please...
Kids grow up quick. Alright, let's close up shop. Suda changed rather suddenly, huh? Seems like he had a change of heart. Just like them people they've been talking about on TV. I can't be the only one who was saved by his change of heart. Wonder who else knows. Well, don't worry. It ain't really none of my concern. Man, you really had me fooled. That whole thing about being an enthusiast was all just BS. I hired you as a mere pawn, and now you're Kaoru's bro. The Phantom Thieves are using my guns to take down bad guys, aren't they? They help people in need, huh? Interesting. Alright. I'm gonna put all... I don't like to owe nobody nothing, so... Because that's the kind of support I can...
I am thou. Thou art I. Thou hast awaked.
All right. All right.
But what the hell are you gonna do with a model gun? And the knives are just replicas. They're even less We were in the middle of closing shop, weren't we? What? See ya.
Pay attention!
This is it.
Hey. Thank you. Thank you. But excuse me? Yes.
All right.
Oh. Now, shall we return home?
Ah, you're back.
Thank you. I quit the Ladies Professional Shogi Players Association. I need to start over as an That's my intention. There were a lot of people who covered for me by saying that I was just being used but I'm the one who was most at fault. If only I had taken a look at myself, I believed that with my skills, there's nothing I can say about. You didn't abandon me. Even now I know how encouraging it feels to have. At first, this was just a deal, but before I knew it, you became... I'm not gonna pay attention. This time, I'll earn everyone's praise with my own skills. The reason I'm able to think this, I'm really... I am thou, thy bond. Thou hast awakened to the ultimate secret of the star.
All right. All right.
Well then. I truly hope that the Phantom Thieves find my lessons useful. Yes. I spoke to you about my mother, and then I knew that couldn't be a If there's anything I can do to help, I will support you in whatever. Now let's play. I have a lot of new moves I'd like to test out. Thank you. From the bottom of my heart.
Oh, yes. Do you know the answer?
This is it.
Hey! Thank you! Yes. Hey! To be honest,
All right.
Ah, you're back. Make sure you close up.
Hey. What would you like? Thank you. What would you like?
Ah, you're back.
What do you want to do?
You like it here? Yes. By the way, I feel a bit different today. This is a nice change of pace. All right. I had fun today. Goodbye.
Today we're going over.
This is it.
Oh, there's something would you mind if I... Thank you. All right. It's starting to get rather cold. Sorry to bring you here. This is something I oughtn't really...
Senpai, are you still planning? Lately, I haven't been hearing... Despite how much people cheered on your cause, even though they knew nothing about you or your... All they do now is speak ill of the Phantom Thieves. I know it's not my place to say this, considering I turned down your offer to join and all. But this change in attitude is simply awful. They're doing the exact same thing to you all that they did to me. Yet, you're still going to keep at it? Why, Senpai? Unfinished. So, there's something left you have to do.
Yeah. But don't worry about us. There isn't even a 1 in a million chance that my Phantom Thieves could ever lose.
I see. Well, I won't... However, could I ask a favor? Once things settle down, I'd like you to join me somewhere so we can go have some... Then it's a deal. I'm already so... Oh, but I plan to keep my other promise I made with you about the physical training. Tomorrow is... Come on, Sam. No one wins.
Hey. Oh. 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 Okay. Nice going.
Take your time.
Yep.
Welcome.
That's incredible.
How can I help you?
Yeah. Yo. All right. I'm going to go take a look around by myself. If I'm not there, just stay here and wait for me. I'm kinda nervous, but here...
Sounds like plus she got even kind of. Yep, she's my new rival. Hey, you said you'd give me a reward if I... You didn't. You know, there were plenty... And after... You don't think... No, you gave me something really... You gave me... It's thanks to you that I learned I'm fine just as I am. And that I learned to trust my mom again. I want to use my work with the Phantom Thieves to return you. And when I remember all the friends... I am thou. Thou hast...
All right. All right.
You gave me my life. Feel free to tell me anything. I'm serious. Leave it to... And... I never said I was gonna... So, how about a month's supply? I don't want to order it off the net, though. Look, now I know how much fun... Well then.
Let's do it.
Okay.
The real question to be asked, where have I
Ah. Good morning. I know this is last minute. Glad to hear it. I want... Yes, it's court. I do have a farewell speech to give the school. Considering the occasion, lunch is on me. Well...
Doctor? It's already been...
And finally, we would like... Well...
Good morning. As the Vice Principal has mentioned, today, over the past several months, I have troubles with romance. But before I leave here, if your situation ever becomes too painful, I don't want a single one of you to think that an unfair reality you've been... what I'm trying to say, your existence in this world isn't a... I'll keep on rooting for... Ow. Well, that's it. Good luck.
Dr. Maruki. Dr. Maruki.
Thank you for... Since this is about to be my last... These tempura bowls are from a restaurant I'd always passed on it due to the price. But... I should be the one. Ooh. Too bad I can't see any. I'm so glad I splurged on that. I wish I could just get lost. Well, first off, my papers. I've mentioned this before. Had you not shared your experience and insights with me, then please, allow me to express my gratitude to you once more as a and as a phantom thief as well. There's no need to be. Why don't you take a look at the... You know, the Phantom Thieves' act of changing they infiltrate a reality that exists solely for their target. A reality wholly separated from the one that the public... By accessing that world, they gain the means of permanently altering their target's cognition. That is what I hypothesize as being the change of heart you induce in your targets. Well, I did pour my heart and soul into this research for a number of years. To be entirely honest, it was all the way back in April. When I first came to speak with the principal here about providing counseling to you students, I actually witnessed the moment when you came out of an individual's reality like I'd... You suddenly appeared in the back alley near the school. Takamaki-san appeared to be
Thanks.
It wasn't long after that scene that Mr. Kamoshida had his change of heart. Beyond what I witnessed, I had also been told that you three were closely affiliated with Mr. Kamoshida in some way. At that point, I was already half convinced that you were involved. I was almost certain Mr. Kamoshida's change of heart was provoked by the three of you. I've been researching cognitive science ever since I was a grad student. For years, I've been attempting to directly interact with an individual's cognition so I can help address their pain and But, for certain reasons, despite that, I continually pursued evidence that my hypothesis is correct. It was during that time I happened to come across the Phantom Thieves of Hearts, fresh from a mission. My heart began to dance. I thought to myself, maybe I could complete my research if I were to have your assistance. That's why I approached you and your group of friends in the first place. I hadn't mentioned any of this until now because, well, I didn't want you to take it the wrong way and suspect my motives. But I think that's everything I'd kept from you. A deal, eh? Well, and just so you know, if you don't believe what I'm saying, thanks to you, I finally know what I need to do. I'm going to stand up to our current reality. Though, it'll likely be through different means than how the Indeed. You have a strong moral compass, never losing sight of your own definition of justice. I'm more grateful than ever to have met a young man like yourself. Although it's not like this is the last time, still, thank you for...
I am thy bond, thou hast awakened.
I'm going to follow the I sincerely hope that one... Even if you just considered it to be meddling in your affairs. Whoops. We'll meet again. That's right. Hey. No, it's nothing. Best see you around.
Boss said he reserved the place just for us. We're free to drink as much coffee as we want.
Ain't this place always...
You're right.
Let's just call it a hidden gem.
We're supposed to be discussing where we...
Considering how big the hype's gotten, she'll probably just think it's a prank.
I could always put it on Sai-san's desk.
That's not a good idea. If you're...
I'll do it. I can just tell her. That would be the least, no matter what she asks. I'll tell her.
But Makoto...
You're our leader, so this will be up to you.
Is that...
I'll be okay. I've already traversed far more.
We will leave it to you then. I will need to step up my game as well to make...
Very well then. We'll enter from in front to 6 o'clock in the evening.
Yep, got it.
Same as always. Well then, let's get ready for tomorrow. Okay. Anyway.
Madame Sae Nijima, a great sinner of jealousy. You have lost yourself amidst your obsession. For its sake, you are even willing to promote injustice as justice. From the...
I found it.
To think they would send... They brand me a criminal and plan to change my heart? What nonsense! They only care about disposing of those who are an inconvenience for them. Fine.
And when you do, some kind of underground room, was it?
Why do you ask?
Oh, I just remembered you mentioning something like that.
That's right. It will be in a special interrogation room underground. My time will be limited, but I will do whatever it takes.
Let's do this fair and square.
I should probably be getting... It's late, but I should contact the director and let him know about this calling card. I expect things will calm down a little once this case is over. Once that happens, why don't we go on a trip to some hot springs? Just the two of us.
Sis.
I'm on your side. I won't let... Do you need to make a call? I'll head up.
I'm sorry for calling. There's something I need to inform you of. I received a calling card from the... Stand by. And you've transferred command of the investigation to someone else? No, of course not. I'll remain on standby until further instruction.
Okay.
Alright, tomorrow's... I see. Okay.
Yeah!
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice! Well then.
The day has come. Are you all prepared?
What of the
I showed it to Sis.
Makoto.
I understand how you feel.
Yeah, it's way more than losing the place we belong.
It'll be alright. Is everyone... So much has happened since we first started. Alright, Joker.
It's showtime. I should write something.
Let's go.
Whoa! Do you have a moment?
Yes!
What kind of no matter what you bring...
You're making a grave mistake. I only guided you here because the...
Sis.
When my father died in the line of duty, dying to uphold justice sounds virtuous, but the ones left behind have to clean up the mess. Can you imagine the...
Perhaps I had overestimated her. I thought her reasoning would have been...
She's lost... This is...
Justice cannot yield to evil. I must win, no matter...
This is nothing more than self-righteousness.
All we need to do... Now, why don't we begin?
What?
What's this?
A clash of brute strength is simply uncalled for on this stage.
What is she intending?
No more coins or playing games! We ain't following your damn rules!
Oh, you will. There is no room for negotiation. You will know soon enough.
What was that?
Now, come at me!
You'll save her, right?
Alright, everyone. Be on alert!
May the best player win!
Alright, let's do it! You oppose us!
player win!
What the?
Now let us play a game. Of course, acts of violence are for...
We already told you.
That's fine by me.
There's a penalty for not spinning the roulette. What should we do?
You will predict which pocket. Now, the time has come for our...
I'm almost positive she's going to try and cheat. But even we should go along with the game for now. And try to get...
I agree.
Well, how will you bet? Have you made...
We lost. Let's keep watching her then.
May the best player win!
The stuff displayed on the monitor changed. That must mean...
Persona! Buzz!
My thanks.
Thank you! Persona!
Very well. Well, how will you bet? Have you made you...
We lost. Really? See,
You're right. Let's catch her in the act. Have someone snipe the pocket. You're in charge of two.
we got...
Leave it to me. I'm on it.
May the best player win!
The sniper is in their designated spot.
Very well. Well, how will you bet? Hopefully your prediction...
What was that about fair and square? You coward.
Shut up!
everything! If you still dare to defy my justice, then prepare to be
We're finally back.
What? How about this?
She's way more powerful than before. Don't underestimate her.
Calm down.
Take this! Enough with this!
Persona! How's this?
I will win!
Get ready!
Taste my wrath! Get out!
My justice has revealed.
She might be about to use psychokinesis.
Ariadne! There!
Persona! Out of our way! Persona! Go!
Persona!
Take this! Don't dodge that!
Super move! Ultra charge! The opponent is strong. Don't do anything reckless.
Go down!
Persona! Get ready! The opponent is strong. Don't do anything reckless. He's on the ground! You can't fail now!
Getting dizzy.
Crow's completely dizzy. His accuracy is low. Sorry.
I'll take the floor.
You'll get yours. Make him pay. I'll use my persona.
Persona! Prepare yourself.
Persona!
What was that? You gotta watch them.
Don't dodge that!
Persona! Buzz! There!
Back in the fight.
I'm grateful.
Persona!
I am thou.
Behave yourself!
Chase my wrath!
Only victory matters, no matter what happens. How about this?
Come! Hecaton Kyrus! You're mine.
Persona!
Persona!
Manifest!
That's what I... Don't stand in the way of my victory!
The opponent is strong. Don't do anything reckless.
Persona! Parts! Alright.
I appreciate it.
Very helpful. Much thanks.
Persona!
Let's go. Die! Persona!
Die on my blade!
Come! There. I'm grateful. Thank you.
Persona!
I am thou. I lend it! My skills exceed yours.
Die, die, die! That's right!
Go! Power up!
Persona! Go down!
I'll use my persona!
This is my other self! Persona!
Die, die, die! That's right!
Come!
I appreciate it.
Very helpful. I appreciate it.
Persona!
Persona! Prepare yourself. My skills exceed yours.
Die, die, die! That's right!
It's a step forward.
Let's see that in action soon, okay?
Check out this new skill!
Now I'm even more charming. I gotta use this next time. Oh, look! A new move!
So I've lost.
Sis!
That's only a shadow.
Quiet!
Sorry. We'll go grab...
Makoto?
I don't think it's wrong to bring light to evils which can't be judged by law. That's all the Phantom But these aggressive investigations... Please, think about your justice, sis.
My justice?
Try to remember...
How?
Nijima-san, what caused them to...
Even though they're owned, is there another reason?
We found...
The investigation will now be able to proceed. This deal we made? To think that I, a detective... By no means. That was part of our promise.
All right, we don't... Are you all right?
I am. Huh? Enemy readings! They're gathering...
For real?
Look at those numbers.
This doesn't...
You defeated the palace ruler and even stole the treasure, yet the shadows are... It doesn't make any sense.
There are more coming? This'll be dangerous if...
Huh? We need to go now. Those guys in black... A team this large would be discovered immediately, although... No, that's... Joker? Are you planning on...
Let him do it. He's quiet, but once his mind's made up, he's not gonna take no for an answer. I'm sure you ain't gonna die.
Please don't do any...
I'll never forgive you if you don't make it back.
We still haven't fulfilled our deal, remember? Even more...
This truly...
It seems we had...
We'll see you...
There's someone here.
Hey, up there!
He's here. Moving immediately.
Good. Now get...
This is our own...
Stay calm. We'll retreat. Don't worry about us. But I have to say, showing yourself above that crowd earlier was an excellent move. Nice work as always, Joker.
There he is!
Just... The enemy spoke. Everyone remember where we're meeting up?
Stop right there!
Get away!
Take him down, Joker!
You have progressed well through your recollections. Now...
Apparent power level. No threat. Get him, Joker!
This'll hurt.
Everyone
Persona!
else, head to positions. Use
Go
my
down!
speed.
Come on! Guess that's it for me.
Your fate. Recall everything. If you are fated to continue past...
Okay, pull out before their backup gets here. Good. You did more of that. Joker, behind you! Go through that door! You should be able to get out that way. Hurry!
Dude!
Don't worry. Hmm? What the? Come on!
No problem. I can't confirm the intruder's location.
Huh? What?
I'll end this right now.
Joker, it's her! She's the weird reading I've been getting!
My weak self relied on you so much. That ends today. Let's do this, Senpai!
The enemy that's...
It's been a while since we last fought side by side, but this time...
Persona!
No.
Persona! Ariadne! Ravage them! Come! You're mine!
Cendrillon! Too late to be sorry. I think...
I genuinely have... Wait, bad news.
Please go. You still have something... Then I won't, since I'm not a member... However, please...
Joker, you need to...
All right,
let's do it!
Guess the drug was too strong. Wake him up. No dozing off. You still don't get it, do you? Give it up! Come on, cooperate. What? You want another shot? Huh? What about the camera? Are you thinking it can be used as video evidence? So you're not that dumb. Which is good. Because we get to take as much time as we need. Obstruction of justice, blackmail, defamation, possession of weapons. Manslaughter too, yeah? Talk about the works. To think that all those crimes were led by a punk like this. And you seem to be enjoying every second of it. Huh? You should know your place. Sign here. It's a confession under your name. Don't expect to walk out of here in one piece. We are going to make you understand. One must take full responsibility for their actions.
The prosecutor.
Just let me through. It's...
Nijima-san. Side.
You prosecute. Let's hurry and get it over.
I'm responsible for this case, yet I'm
calling because I knew...
I will not be convinced. This is my...
I won't be...
Prosecutor, your time will be cut short. It's for your own. His methods are unknown. After all, we don't even...
I understand.
Well done on Now that you have traversed your long, perilous recollection, you truly have entered the present.
The effects of that drug are gonna... This is your golden opportunity. You must...
The evil influence who wishes you dead.
If you want to...
If you wish to take back your stolen future, recall the bonds you formed with your ally and grasp the truth that will save...
Ha 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 ha.
I see. So that's what led... What a disappointing end to the hero of justice. I still can't believe it. But I now have a... There's much more I'd like to ask. I do have... Care to strike a deal? If you... I have a responsibility to solve this case. I will... Your operation was leaked and you failed to change my heart. You've corrupted the order of this country and caused... You'll most likely be given life imprisonment or the death penalty. Going forward, I will read a list of people who are closest to you and this case. Tell me honestly whether or not the following are involved. First, the friend who you've been with since the day you transferred to Shujin, Ryuji Sakamoto. One of the victims of the Kamoshida case, An Takamaki. Ichiryusai Madarame's pupil, Yusuke... The daughter of Wakaba Ishiki, Futaba Sakura. The heiress to the Okumura Foods legacy and daughter of its CEO. And the frequently probing student council president of Shujin Academy. Those are your accomplices. So you won't sell out your friend. I find it hard to believe that were there not others outside of your direct group who would... Not to repeat myself, but remember that your life will be forfeit if your sentence is not lightened. You had the cooperation of people outside your group, did you not? Can you tell me about? So you won't speak a word about... Do you even understand the... Let's discuss one other... There are reports that he was acting alongside the Phantom Thieves as well. Might he be a... So Goro Akechi wasn't one of you. So be it. You clearly have no intention of bargaining with me. Even now, you're still acting as though you're a hero of justice. Your teammates have sacrificed you why won't you talk? Don't be ridiculous. You're not the one to decide such things. Justice? Then tell me. Sticking to the right path? That's no different from us. You continue to stand firm. Are you implying that we have no evidence on you? You're right. We have nothing. And it doesn't help that your story sounds like a fairy tale. But many people have fallen victim to this. We need to learn the truth. The truth, huh? I don't even know what's right anymore. And it's all due to your strange story. After all this, you're still... Are you listening? The side effects of the truth serum should be wearing off. I won't be deceived by such a poor act.
You realized it too then. It was our conversation about pancakes, right? There's no way he could have reacted like that if he hadn't heard me.
Hey. Can you hear me? It seems your mind is clearing up. But unfortunately, although I find your story to be quite interesting, Huh? What are you getting at? That's right. No matter the results of this case, I won't be receiving credit. I even had to call in a large favor just to conduct this interrogation.
So, how did that thing we asked you to look into go? Nijima mentioned a special interrogation room, didn't she? Good. It looks like we can make this work if we lure them there.
Hey. Hey, are you... Our time's up. Goodbye. Do you mean this Why wouldn't I know about it? Anyhow, there's something that's been Recently, I was removed from my post as A short while later, I received word you were caught in the act. Within some bizarre... But that was all... You were told someone sold... If that's true...
My suspicion... Still, to think his true intention was to sell us out. All that's left is to figure out a way to hand it over. It's all up to... Okay then. Giving him the phone without arousing suspicion will be easier. We'll be counting...
What's wrong? Might you have an idea as... If you know something, you must tell me. Confiscated? I've been told the lock on it is quite complicated. What's so Are you going to unlock it?
Let's let her sleep. She hasn't slept for days while she's... Now we gotta figure out a way... Makoto and the other... I'm talking about the true culprit.
Hey! What are you trying... And what about... The traitor?
We could say he stole the guard's gun and committed suicide during his imprisonment. How about that? Public security questioning will occur on the first day. And with that room, and thus the dangerous criminal responsible for the
Please, I need you to be clear. Not... My God. You're referring... That's it. What are you plotting? But it appears my time is... This will be my... Very well. I've listened to your whole story, so I... And that honest look in your eyes. I'll place... I just need to show him...
I am thou. Thou art I. Thy bond thou hast awakened to the...
All right. All right.
I'll be going. What good will this do, though? Akechi-kun?
Why do you seem so surprised?
I needed my director to step in to get... How did you...
For the same reason you did. It's only natural I'd have the right to interrogate... That was a joke, of course. I am surprised it's this far underground, though. There aren't any others incarcerated here, yes? Nobody would ever know if things got a little violent.
If I remember correctly, didn't...
That was but a lie I spread to set them up. Oh, I'm sorry. After all, if you wish to trick you...
So it was you. You're the one who's... I need you... My God. You're
Is there a...
Akechi-kun.
Hmm? What is this phone?
It belonged to the leader of the Phantom.
Not personally. I was at...
True. This is undoubtedly a great accomplishment. Good luck in there.
Foolish woman. ask, going in unarmed to interrogate a murderer.
Huh? What are you?
I owe you for all of this. Thanks. That's right. You and your little friends were vital to our plan. And your popularity truly was quite stunning. That just made using you all the more worthwhile. Have you finally pieced it all together? Case closed. This is how your justice ends.
Hmm?
Shido-san, my job is complete.
I've told you not to call me by name. Regardless, all that...
The continued deaths of these teenagers would be a bit... I considered making it appear they had a falling out, but that would only amplify public. It would be best to have each of them meet with an unfortunate accident once the storm blows over.
Is there any possibility they'll want to avenge their leader?
No chance. They're nothing but cattle anyway. I will keep my eye on...
I'll be counted.
They will live their lives cowering in fear of death. An apt punishment for obstructing our work.
Make sure to kill that strange cat once you find it as well.
Understood. Though I doubt there's anything to worry about. It's merely a cat, after all.
More importantly, they should be things will become quite busy once the word gets out.
I must be prepared to deal with it beyond that.
Perhaps he'll be struck by a mysterious illness sometime soon.
No. Even me. God damn it. Shh.
What was all the Phantom Thief all...
I am Alibaba, a member of the Phantom Thieves. I inquire as to your justice.
How do they know I...
Goro Akechi is evil. He didn't come to interrogate he came to kill him.
We could say he stole the guard's gun and committed suicide during his imprisonment. Yes, the guard will be one of ours. We'll have to eliminate him.
Don't trust the guard either. He's an accomplice. Now then, I'll tell you, you must save...
You want...
Huh?
What is it?
Anyway, what brings you here? I thought you were done with your business.
Did anyone else stop by? Nobody?
There'd be no...
Yes, the guard...
So it's all...
Of course it...
It's Akechi-kun. He had to take us...
Huh?
I've been asked...
You?
You know, if you stay here, they'll... I suggest you...
Yes,
and don't say a word of what trans...
And now we return to our continued report. This morning, the police have announced that they've detained a suspect who may in fact be the leader of the Phantom Thieves group. The suspect is reported to be a young
Anchon,
man who's...
can I get you to look over here?
Oh, I'm sorry.
So he got caught. That group sure was something.
Yeah.
So the next shoot got me thinking. How about we have you do an idol thing, you know? That cool?
What a surprise. Defeated the one behind all this is just a minor.
But considering how quickly they announced his arrest, the police must surely be confident in the outcome of this case.
Well, I'll be. Goodness, look at you now. It's been a while, Ryuji.
Huh?
You stopped visiting so abruptly, everyone was worried about you. It's your second year, right? Are you still doing track and field? I'd love to see you run again.
Also, the young man continues to remain silent, refusing to implicate any potential accomplices. However, considering the number of charges brought against him...
I wonder if something happened.
Yeah.
You seemed stumped for once. Not feeling it today?
Yes.
Oh, I'm not chiding you. Just do as normal at your own pace. With your skills, there's no need to worry about your future.
Normal. Right.
He's just a high school student. How do you think he was contacting the others?
The police here can search any online communications. His accomplices may slip up eventually.
Still, it seems the Phantom Thieves' most recent targets have gone comatose. Actual harm has been done here.
Given the lack of physical violence, their method is still a mystery. Regardless, the police are looking into attempted murder charges.
You never turned it in? That's quite the surprise. I thought I lost it this whole time.
I'm sorry.
Well, your grades are excellent. And you're student council president. I'm sure you'll be admitted anywhere you apply. That one Phantom Thief should have followed your example. You hear? It seems he was caught. Some high schooler. I wonder why he turned to a life of crime.
We also received information that the young man was placed on probation for assault.
Because of his previous record, he had to leave his hometown. Perhaps his motive lies there.
I believe your father can rest in peace now. That Phantom Thief could never have changed anything. Only a handful of people are qualified to alter the world. So you've been coming home late. That's what I've heard. I make a good playmate, you know.
We have breaking news. The young man being held in custody has committed suicide. The police have confirmed his death, although details have not been released. To repeat, the suspect has committed suicide while in
custody. This station will continue to report any further updates as they arrive.
It would be difficult to uncover his methods now. Perhaps that's why he decided to take this course of action.
It can't be.
You're shitting me. We got him.
It would seem as though you have been killed.
But why were you killed? Why did you have to die? Do you remember? It seems you forgot an important fact while you're conscious. Indeed, your death was a necessity for your escape from... What a tremendous plan. How might you be capable of executing such a feat? Well then, let us...
Hey. You realized it too, then. It was our conversation about pancakes, right? There's no way he could have reacted like that if he hadn't heard me. My thoughts exactly. It was your social studies trip. There's no way that this is the first time he's heard my voice. This whole deal feels sketchy. Yeah. Okay. One more person, if it's possible. I want to eavesdrop on their phone conversation. That's... Right. It's a...
I'd have to plant a bug to...
So it's a... I didn't say... That's perfect. And this is gut...
I see. So we're going to use this place.
It'll be a gamble. I think it's gonna work. You can't tell a thing.
It seems you find this game. There are still things...
Don't fall asleep until... Are you listening?
Are you listening? Anyway, we need... Futaba's monitoring of Akechi's phone has confirmed it.
It's on a completely different level than just...
Not only was he trying to frame us, but his offer to assist us was simply a ploy to frame the Phantom Thieves and kill him. If we go into Sis's palace as he suggests...
To think he would be this far gone. I know. Furthermore, he wishes to bring a police squad from...
If the 8 of us can enter at once, it's not... He may even be able to bring in vehicles, or...
So... He made us go after Okumura. Then once we triggered the...
And he told us he had seen the true culprit.
The whole time he was working with Makoto's sister, he was... Come on, we gotta take that bastard Akechi down.
No. Akechi is merely an unimaginable fiend capable of arranging the murder of a suspect inside of a police station.
Unless we find out who that is, we will continue being targeted even if we defeat Akechi.
But what means do we have a...
We'll have to make Akechi say it. Though once we do, that mastermind will likely eliminate us.
I think that will be the case eventually, regardless of whether or not. The only reason it hasn't happened yet is because we're an easy target to blame for his crime. He realizes that's no longer possible and abandons that...
Damn it!
But if we go into the palace like we're told, he'll get arrested. Palace... Actually, there's... Aha! We can use the palace to our advantage! What's this all of a sudden? There's a way. A way to get past Akechi and get the mastermind to lay off of us, all while learning his identity. Really?
You gotta be kidding me!
If he wants to kill the guy, why not let him? That is, inside of a palace. Yes, we could have him kill the cognitive version, all the while believing he killed the real one. Yeah, that's it! It seems that's our only option. Listen close, everyone. I have a plan for how we can carry this operation out.
Ever since the death of their teenage leader, the Phantom Thieves have fallen silent. However, the police intend on continuing this investigation until the case is fully solved.
I'm sorry I'm late. I had to finish a few things at work. Where are they?
Waiting upstairs. Go tell him to come on down. I'm gonna fetch him.
You're... her sister, correct?
Makoto told me everything. Futaba-chan, I'm sorry that I caused you so much trouble this past summer.
It's ancient history now.
Man, that goddamn detective.
Look who's here.
Hey, you big
How've you been?
You must be fine if you're joking around like that.
It truly is a relief to see your face.
I bet that moron Akechi don't even know we tricked him yet.
Still, how'd you pull this off? Isn't this guy considered dead?
You weren't told anything? I heard my sister brought him here, though.
Yeah, she came over in a taxi, dumped him off, and told me to keep him safe. It was right after they announced he had died, too. Almost gave me a heart attack.
I didn't have time to explain.
Hey, shouldn't we tell boss what really happened?
We wanted to make our enemy believe the leader of the Phantom Thieves was dead.
What?
What we did was make that enemy kill his fake in the metaverse.
Hold on a sec. Enemy? Fake? What are you talking about?
The true culprit behind all these incidents set us up. Our goal here was to determine their identity.
True culprit? I see. So you guys were going up against someone else?
It was Goro Akechi. You knew beforehand that he was the traitor, didn't you?
Akechi himself gave us the chance to strike back. He made one fatal mistake.
Couldn't you have just said from the beginning that Akechi was the real culprit?
That wasn't something we could simply bring up. We couldn't have you suspect Akechi. Besides, neither you nor the other investigators would have believed something like that, would you?
True. Akechi was credited with the arrest of the Phantom Thieves. Not even I would think he was the culprit. In other words, you left him alone on purpose. That was a bold move.
God, I can't keep up with any of this stuff. So what was this mistake Akechi made? What did he do?
He slipped up in regards to Morgana's voice.
You mean a cat?
Yes, Morgana can talk.
Sorry, was that supposed to be a joke?
Oh, our apologies. That's completely true. You surprised?
Does that mean he said something just now as well?
But you don't understand him, do you? That's how it was for all of us at first, too.
When you're in the metaverse, Mona talks like a normal person. Once you hear that and your brain realizes he can actually talk, you start to understand him in reality. It's a change in cognition, most likely.
Thanks to Akechi's lame acting, we figured out something was up.
When we talked to Akechi at the school festival, he was acting like he just realized Mona could talk. But we already saw him drop a mega hint about it way earlier.
Oh, I know a place! I want to go to that huge pancake-looking place we passed on the way here!
Oh, am I mistaken? I thought I heard something about delicious pancakes.
Mona was the only one who was talking about a pancake. That meant Akechi'd already been in the metaverse by then.
And since he was lying to us about that, we assumed he had a hidden motive behind contacting us.
It seemed odd upon further thought. His reaction to my pancake comment was an honest one, after all. That said, we weren't so naive to overlook something like that. That's why we asked Futaba-chan to wiretap his phone.
I pretended to be interested in checking the phone out, but I was actually planting my app. My heart was pounding while I...
Even that ace detective could never have imagined a program being in Futaba's quirky nature proved to...
That was just an... After a few days of listening...
Then I'll guide the police into her palace and have them catch the Phantom Thieves in the act. That would be the only way to arrest them, given their methods. I'll deal with them after that. Let me see. We could say he stole the guard's gun and committed suicide during his imprisonment. How about that? Public security questioning will occur on the first day. And with that room, my task will be simple.
Is this for real?
Yes, the guard will be one of ours. We'll have to eliminate him after to destroy the evidence, though.
So they planned to get rid of that guard from the beginning.
Well then, I will make the arrangements the day after the arrest. And thus, the dangerous criminal responsible for the mass mental shutdowns shall end his own life. When he does, you will become a great hero who saved Japan from evil. As will I, of course.
I knew he was acting strangely, but to think he was...
He's no ace detective. Akechi is the perpetrator behind the mental shutdown crimes. On top of that, someone with great authority. So great that they can order an assassination in a police station. That's why we had to make a move before... We baited Akechi into Sis's palace, making him dispose of our lead.
Can you elaborate on that in more detail? What exactly happened in my cognitive world?
We're sorry for using you without your permission. Your palace had all the conditions we needed.
What conditions?
First, we required a place inside the cognitive world that was the same as in reality.
That place is based on the real world after all. Anywhere that's not warped looks just like normal.
That's why nobody but the person who uses the nav even realizes they're in the metaverse.
Back with Kamoshida, we came in from the station without even noticing. You totally can't tell the difference if there ain't any distortions around.
We had already investigated Nijima-san's palace when Makoto brought the suggestion to us.
I was seriously impressed by that suggestion. To be honest, I didn't quite understand it. Yeah, it's good.
Makoto is normally so calm as well, but once her...
I did have a bit of a rivalry but I just couldn't contain myself. The reason I joined the Phantom Thieves was to heal your heart, after all.
My own achievements were all that mattered to me. I'm sorry I could...
That goes for the... We heard from Mako-chan that you were going to do the interrogation, Nijima-san.
And regarding its location...
I'm sorry.
Go on.
There were two things we were able to confirm while we were checking the metaverse. First, our clothes didn't change when we were down in the interrogation room. Second, the scenery and details outside of the palace proper were the same as in the real world.
Once we heard that from Makoto, we secretly went to check it out without Akechi knowing.
There was also one more thing we absolutely needed to make this work. A perfect cognitive replica of him in the metaverse's interrogation room.
Since he had yet to be caught, though, there obviously wouldn't be anyone in that room.
Once we saw the casino guests and police officers, we were convinced this would work. They looked no different from actual living people.
After that, we just had to work our way into the palace like usual, while keeping Akechi in the dark.
Everything went as planned up until we defeated. However, it was then, as a result, even though we... Except that was... We had prepared an empty briefcase beforehand, and merely this was because we knew the police would be coming for us.
And just as expected, he totally took the bait.
Him getting captured by the police went exactly how we planned it.
And I had been interrogating him with no knowledge of this. But how did you lure Akechi?
All I needed were the coordinates.
Akechi disposed of the fake in the palace and left thinking he had been victorious. It must have been truly hilarious for our leader who sat idly in the real world. Surely he was acting quite cocky by himself in that quiet chamber.
So that's why you gave me your phone. I only took it because of what you told me.
It's a shame I didn't have the opportunity to see that for myself.
All I could do was try to handle all the messages that start... So in other words, I've been to the metaverse.
In our experience, there is little danger when someone enters their own palace for so short a time.
That's the other reason we had him give it to you. We needed you to listen to Alibaba, deceive the guard, and ultimately aid in his escape. By having you head back to the interrogation room, we could return you to the real world as well.
I mean, I had to think of some way to keep you from running into Akechi mid-assassination.
Huh. Astounding.
I'm so glad he was able to persuade you during the interrogation. Even though we knew Akechi's plan, we were pretty worried about that part.
True. Without Sis on our side, Futaba's plan and subsequent breakout would have never been possible. That persuasion was easily our greatest. We couldn't consult Sis beforehand.
Still, I'm surprised you could convince... I see. Either way, I can't believe you went for such a risky idea.
If we could just tell you the true culprit's plan, I knew you'd realize the bigger picture. Realize that our leader was telling the truth.
As a result, we emerged victorious.
Then the reason you kept this a secret from me was...
Yes. Plus, you had lost control of yourself at the time.
This is stunning.
I've kind of figured out that you guys made Akechi kill a fake. But What did you do about the body?
The police never even checked it.
Huh?
They had a coroner working to ensure his death was reported as a suicide. That coroner didn't take one look at the scene and just passed along a falsified death certificate.
The bad guys have that much influence?
Murder in a police station would be reckless otherwise. We also knew of a possible conspirator.
Thanks to Futaba-chan's messages and the guard's demeanor, I eventually came to understand. And since the higher-ups at the police knew nothing of this, they were thrown into disarray. As a result, his suicide during imprisonment was reported on the news, just as Akechi planned.
And with that confusion, he was able to escape with Nijima-san's help.
I made sure nobody would check the morgue for his body, and thanks to that, nobody knows he survived.
Thinking back to the interrogation, though, I can't believe what they did. The callous use of violence, and even drugs, is utterly abnormal. If he had lost consciousness and hadn't been able to tell Sis about the phone, he would have died. I'm truly glad you made it back safe.
I almost became one of your assailants as well.
It still freaked me out when I saw the suicide on the news, though.
We made sure to live normal lives while he was being interrogated to avoid drawing any suspicion. Even with that, I couldn't help but worry for him in my heart.
Well, I knew right away that her plan worked out.
I wanted to believe, but considering what we were up against...
Ryuji's a bit on the dense and carefree side.
Can it, Cat?
I had to be patient and avoid this place until things settled down.
We knew he was alive, but it was difficult to not worry until we could confirm it in person.
Now that I think about it, my interrogation was just a formality for the head commander. What a joke, letting me interrogate someone who was meant to die. They just wanted to avoid backlash. Very well. From here forward, I will do my utmost to assist you. You saved me, after all.
That's reassuring to hear.
I'll do whatever I can to help too. Let's take a break for now, though. This old brain is pooped. Oh, and feel free to use the first floor when you guys want to get... You'll need a hideout where you can be safe. Just say the word, and I'll close shop early.
Are you
This guy can't leave. Plus, you won't make much progress if people can hear you from downstairs. It's not like this place is the liveliest joint in town. It won't be a huge loss for me.
Let us accept his offer. What a great man.
That sounds familiar.
It's me, Akechi.
Enter.
That's the death certificate of the principal offender, correct? Is there a problem with it?
No, nothing in particular. More importantly, you've done well with regard to the prosecutor.
The cause of death for the SIU director has been settled as a stroke.
I had him work quite substantially on forging evidence. His loss should be mourned.
It was thanks to his efforts that I could enter the Phantom Thieves' interrogation room, too.
The SIU is in disarray with his death. I'll take my time choosing a successor after the elections.
At any rate, I'm now praised as...
All possible hindrances are now gone. There's no doubt that this election is mine.
And on to our next story, the snap election for the House of Representatives. Discussion is swirling around potential nominees as the deadline for candidacy announcement nears. Candidates will announce on the 23rd of this month, while voting will be held on the 18th of next.
Elections, huh? Don't matter to us. It's not like we can vote in them yet anyways.
Why don't we resume our conversation?
Well, the Phantom Thieves are back together. We can finally take it to Akechi and the bastard backing him.
Have you figured out who's behind all this?
Akechi accidentally let that slip after the murder. He said, Shido-san.
Shido? Feels like I've heard that somewhere.
He is unmistakably a man of power if he has such strong connections to the police.
Shido? Could it be Masayoshi Shido?
Who? I believe he's a politician. Remember, Ryuji? You said his speech was too loud.
For real?
It's certainly possible that Shido is the mastermind.
Huh?
Do you have some kind of evidence?
Nothing material. However, there are various conditions which align with that possibility. First, he would profit from damage done to the current administration by the psychotic breakdowns. He's maintained a negative stance toward the Phantom Thieves and has gained tremendous popularity. On top of that, he'll most likely become the next Prime Minister if he wins this upcoming election.
No!
Did he set us up with that election in mind?
If he is behind all this, that would be in stark opposition to his honest public image.
So his current position and popularity is just him benefiting from the mental collapses. We'll make him have a change of heart, no matter what it takes. Mom.
Shido, huh?
What is the matter?
I had a feeling he was wrapped up in all this, just based on the connections I had from my previous job. I think the one who crushed Wakaba's research and confiscated her materials was probably Shido. From the moment Wakaba died, I had a hunch he was involved. But there wasn't anything I could do, so I chose to protect Futaba and went into hiding.
Why didn't you say that sooner?
You guys would have definitely gone after him if I had. He would have just killed all of you, no doubt. That's what he usually does to people who get in his way.
Originally, I was looking into the mental shutdown cases. It was then that I accidentally stumbled upon government research regarding the psychotic breakdowns. So I tracked down the whereabouts of that research data and met with the associated parties. Boss was one of those parties. I would never have imagined all of this was connected. The mental shutdowns, psychotic breakdowns, Shido, and even the Phantom Thieves' actions.
Way back when, Shido kept saying he was going to be Prime Minister one day. Nobody believed him, though.
What's going to happen to this country if Shido becomes Prime Minister? What about the world?
The issue is simpler than that. This is nothing more than yet another selfish adult trying to impose his will on the public.
We gotta expose that rotten bastard!
Yeah, we'll do it like always. Then let's check the nav.
Masayoshi Shido, the guy running for Prime Minister. Got a hit! Well, duh. It ain't a surprise he has one.
Where would the location be?
What kind of things go through a politician's head?
I always think of dirty money and shady actions.
What does he do? And where? We don't got a clue about this guy's life.
His palace must be somewhere that politicians frequent. Any ideas?
We got a hit! Our next target's the big shot politician Masayoshi Shido. We're gonna do this, right? Hell yeah! Nobody against it?
Of course!
He will be a worthy opponent.
Let's win this together!
Time for revenge! Then it's unanimous!
All we gotta do now is figure out what he thinks that diet building place is.
So that's the app that allowed me to enter the metaverse.
An old fart like me can't wrap his head around all this stuff.
We'll have to deal with this before Election Day, December 18th. That means we need it done by the 17th.
It's best we hurry before they discover there's no body in the morgue.
Should we start tomorrow then? We can meet at the diet building after school.
That reminds me, what are you gonna do about school? You can't show up if you're supposed to be dead.
Ms. Kawakami said he went back home for family reasons.
That's what I told the school.
Don't let him find out you're alive then, alright? This whole thing would be for nothing.
What do you mean?
This operation had another purpose outside of escaping Akechi's clutches. Shido tried to place all the blame on the Phantom Thieves and deceive the public at the same time. He has ruined countless lives, and even made Goro Akechi, a student, assist him with assassinations. A mere change of heart is too lenient a sentence for such an abominable criminal. We'll be making use of the police statement that the leader of the Phantom Thieves committed suicide. Our leader, who is presumed dead, will come out of hiding to deliver a grand statement. He'll say he has escaped prison, not committed suicide, and was in fact almost killed by a criminal.
Everyone's gonna flip.
You guys thought through all this stuff too?
We're intellectuals, you know.
That's why you needed such a daring trick as getting captured and appearing to be killed. What frightening teenagers.
But the true battle has only just begun. We won the first round, but we must stay on our toes.
Yeah, this ain't the time to be celebrating.
These people tried to trap and kill us. There is no end to their inhuman, conniving nature. We will need to be prepared for whatever may come our way.
I finally made it this far. It's already been 2.5 years since we met.
Back then, you earned the media's attention as a young politician who could rise up against bureaucracy. Because of that, those who wanted to preemptively deal with problems tried to tie you up in scandal.
To think I would fall for the ruse schemed by those decrepit fools in power. I recall that's when you came to me. You promoted yourself saying you had special powers. If it wasn't for the research on cognition that I dabbled in, I would have thought you insane.
I made those troublesome opponents psychotic, and erased any trace of that scandal.
Who'd think that tampering with a person's heart could trigger a psychotic lapse or mental shutdown? And when someone like that said he'd support me, I had suspected there'd be an ulterior motive.
It's because I sympathized with your aspiring ideology. I believed that your ideals needed to be achieved for the sake of the country's future.
Well, my faith in you was precisely why I pulled the plug on that research. I only need you using that power. It'd be troublesome if someone else uncovered how it works.
Wakaba Ishiki, was it? That researcher. She wouldn't have had to die if she just complied.
Any suspicions should be snubbed out. Even the smallest doubt must be severed at the root. After all, we had an active public prosecutor's office director on our side, until recently.
Astounding, isn't it? To think the director himself often forged evidence to secure his promotion. He was quite surprised when you confronted him about it. He didn't know who leaked that information. Well, I got that out of his shadow, so technically speaking, he did it himself.
This country's affairs have become stagnant. The political world is filled with old men who only act to preserve their own vested interests. The general public has forsaken such political affairs and don't even bother. Only ruin awaits us.
I must agree.
There's no need to be ruined along with such incompetent fools. I will lead this country to its revival. Those who get in the way must be eliminated at times. That's the correct way to use the metaverse.
Still, it would stand out if there were continuous deaths and scandals with your political rivals, which is why I made them suspects. Prosecute the targets that I turn psychotic, and solve them as cases unrelated to you. And thus, the charismatic ace detective was born.
Thanks to your efforts, my clean image remains untarnished, and I've monopolized public opinion. Once I gained public sentiment, collaborators from all sectors began approaching me on their own. The police were no exception. With their management in my pocket, keeping them in check was easy.
When the Phantom Thieves emerged, I thought things might become somewhat troublesome.
And they were just brats once we looked into it. All we needed to do was lay the blame on them.
When you told me that, I knew then that you were the better man.
Their popularity was a bit beyond my expectations, but flipping it made the negative press stronger. After that, all I had to do was openly berate them. I've been gaining more supporters since. The current administration is dead with ongoing scandals. Never mind the fact that they're my doing. Even the government parties have begun splitting up, and they're dissolving just as planned. The time has finally come. Just a little more, and I will take the seat of Prime Minister. However, inauguration isn't my goal. That's when everything truly begins. I'll make this country rich for the sake of its selfish and ignorant masses who can only rely on others.
In other words, you're creating a powerful country that can compete with the world.
The public resonates with my ideals and follows me. And for that, some sacrifices can't be avoided. That is my duty as the Chosen One. Your assistance has been very influential in making my plans proceed smoothly. When I become Prime Minister, I'll grant whatever wish you want.
With this most recent case, my name has become known across the country, perhaps even the world. Surely my story will be passed down as a hero who won against monsters that could control people's hearts. I believe I'll lay low and devote myself to my studies.
I suppose with your age, you wouldn't come up with debauched desires.
I am thinking about the future, though.
Well, how do I put this?
Well then.
So. Well, how do I put this?
Sorry. Remember how I hijacked your phone during the... Well, remember... Basically, that let me see GPS and I'd be able to tell the precise moment Sae-Niijima, who had your phone, ran into Akechi. That's when I saw my chance, and beep, sent the signal to... But there was a chance they'd just pass each other without saying a single word. That's why we needed you to tell Sae-Niijima. This plan still surprises me. Still, I couldn't just directly hack and... But you know how it has that bookmark function? Making the phone think he was pushing that button was totally doable.
I'm gonna head back then.
Guess he won't be going to school for a while. Don't worry about it. This'll be a breeze compared to what we've had to face so far. And we'll have all the time to come up with the plans together. To be perfectly honest, I don't really care what, but when I consider the fact that he's your enemy, I naturally think he's my. I'm going to stay with you until the very end. Well then. You know, something when you were in a pinch in the palace. She picked up a reading of... So it was Yoshizawa. Then we'd better let her know you're safe now. And I'll even lend you a hand.
There's no point.
Of course, he's the only reliable politician there is. Plus, the current government has been getting wrapped up in scandal after scandal. Even more importantly, there's just an aura about him. Like,
honestly, it doesn't really matter to me who does it. I just want to see our society back on track. Especially after it turned out those phantom thieves were nothing more than scum in the end.
We'll show you.
cut that out!
Hey.
Okay. All right.
You gotta be kidding. You realize you're done for if you get caught, right? Ugh. Just don't stay out too late.
Akechi isn't here.
Let's begin at once. We already have Masayo Shishido and...
Maybe...
Conditions have not been met. What about...
Since he's going to subjugate everyone as Prime Minister...
What about an arena, like the Colosseum?
Imperial Palace?
It's no...
I thought we would have gained entry by now.
Hey, you think he's guarding it? Shido stole the cognitive science.
Is that even possible?
Who knows? There was nothing like that in the notes I saw.
Anyways, what kind of person is Shido? I can't figure him out.
I did some light research on him last night, but I couldn't get a grasp on the type of man he is.
That man over there is... Excuse me?
Sure.
What kind of person is Representative Shido?
His stance is dedication for country. It's how he's garnered everyone's trust. He's an admirable man of action, with a first-class determination. I believe that he'll help create a wonderful future in which young adults like you can live in ease.
An exemplar? It makes sense he wouldn't tell teenagers.
Look over there.
Wait.
That doesn't...
We should leave it. Tomorrow's the day off, so let's have an... We should all think about...
The criminals calling themselves the Phantom Thieves are no more. However, I believe that this country's citizens are still living their days in anxiety. These scandals only increase our distrust of the current government.
Look who's talking.
What does it mean to be a politician with responsibility? Working toward personal gain without consideration of the country is outrageous.
The election's public notification is tomorrow. No matter...
Everyone's being deceived so...
In order to save this country that has been tainted by villains, social reform is essential.
Ugh. Last one. Diamond mine.
How many do we...
Perhaps he...
Right? That's not something to be excited about.
We know all the way up to
So you enter keywords and...
Boss, can you turn the TV on?
Sure thing.
Goro Akechi. Him and his stupid composed face.
So, Akechi-san, is it true you withdrew yourself from the media as part of your plan to capture the Phantom Thieves?
I truly apologize for causing such a stir. Honestly, it required a lot of courage to openly oppose them when their popularity was at its peak. I mean, people often lashed out at me online and whatnot.
Then was it also your plan when you said they weren't at fault after their popularity declined?
That was to catch them off guard. I could say I applied my profiling knowledge. Once they lost public support, someone they thought was their greatest enemy lent a hand. That's the same strategy used in romance, wouldn't you agree?
Why is he being treated as an ace detective of justice?
It's not just on TV or online. Newspaper.
On the other hand, no one's hoping for our comeback on the fan site. Like, at all.
The Phantom Thieves are evil. Shido and Akechi are just. It should be the other way around.
They're manipulating information using the media.
Leaving Akechi aside, we'll get back at him later. Our main issue is Shido.
Were there any instances before when you didn't know the palace keywords?
Well, there was the time with Futaba.
We didn't know anything about her, so all we could do was make conjectures.
Then why don't we just go directly and see Shido?
That's impossible. He's surrounded by bodyguards and followers all the time.
There's no way high school students can get an appointment with him either.
Well?
No, that's still impossible. Besides, that's too dangerous a method.
Well, this...
What's with the ruckus outside?
To everyone gathered before Yongen Jaya Station.
Isn't that an elect...
Oh, right!
I apologize for the commotion. I am Masayoshi Shido.
Wait.
Yeah!
Hmm?
Man, talk about being...
Hey, read this way. By the way, you didn't see...
Now, our government is littered with scandals, and criminals have taken a strong foothold in our society. Such a disgraceful past must be discarded. So our children, so our nation can once again... I humbly ask, let us all set sail toward a happy future. I hope to continue serving you all.
Is that the guy? You guys wait here.
Wait!
Hey!
Stand back.
I just want to talk...
He's a busy...
The hell?
That's...
You're that asshole we met... Oh, I'm sorry. So you can...
What are you talking...
That moron! Come on, stop!
But these guys...
Hey, kid, you don't want to know what happens when you cross me. It seems the customer base has changed since I was here last. Have they started a daycare? Hate a show.
Get lost, kid. Damn brat! I'll sue!
What are you looking? This country is filled with clueless children. Let them go. My next appointment is...
What a piece of shit. Wait, he's the jerk you told us about before? The same guy!
You're sure? Shido's the one who ruined your life.
Holy shit. I don't believe it.
Let's get going, okay?
Shido's the guy who set you up?
What kind of fate brought you two back together?
Talk about a destined connection. Shido was involved in the cognitive research too, right?
God, what the hell's going on here?
Shido was already a politician then, yet he sued a student and ruined his future? He must have pulled some strings so that his name wouldn't be mentioned. Furthermore, he also would have had to force that woman into making a false statement.
He would do anything. We're talking about a man who ordered a hit inside the police station.
He can't sit still until he crushes whoever opposes him, no matter how...
What a children are the future, my ass!
But now that we found out who did it, can't some...
Once the courts have made a judgment, overturning that decision will be difficult. It'd barely be possible even if proof of innocence is presented and Shido admits to his crimes.
At any rate, we...
Be that as it may, Shido's it's beyond hypocritical. He speaks about the good of the country.
That man's full of ambition to rise in the world. He only thinks of the weak as stepping stools for his success.
He treats himself as an elite man while looking...
I assume the keyword for what he believes the Diet building is will be despicable too.
It must be something self-centered and completely different from politics.
Someone like him needs to...
Let's head to the Diet building again.
Stewing over it won't... Security guards became suspicious of us, but we still have no hit.
Think it's a barrier?
Where'd your enthusiasm from yesterday go?
Ah, shut up.
Enough chatting.
The citizens are secondary. He wants to become Prime Minister. Fortune. Hey, can you think of any... Just try saying any...
Incompetent fools like you just need to shut your mouths and follow.
It was a
What? What kind of scenery will that be?
I can't even begin to imagine what it will be like. Well, whatever it is, looks like there are no...
Oh,
Are we clear of the...
Get closer to... Alright.
Did anything change? We went in, right?
Security guards seem to be gone, but this seems to be similar to what...
But this time, the diet...
Wait, look!
That means we're definitely in a palace.
Come on, let's go take a look.
How's it look over there? See anything?
Nah, it's totally normal.
I'll check it out.
Huh? What the heck?
What's up, Futaba? Futaba?
What is it?
The hell?
Huh? Even though this country may sink, he alone will survive. That's what this cognition is about, huh?
This is bullshit! A country that children can be proud of my ass. If a guy like this stands above everyone...
This is...
The same goat. He should have seen this scenery as well. Yet he still aided Shido.
What in the world? Whether it be for glory, my father died because of someone like this! We gotta sink Shido instead. A palace with not just the center of the distortion. I can't believe there's someone with this tremendous of a desire. Be careful. This will be complete.
We're definitely gonna take his treasure. All right!
We must put an end to this by Let the infiltration begin.
Wait. I should write something.